I'm gonna call a meeting to order.
Just got a foot down.
Present.
Commissioner Lozey?
Yeah.
Commissioner Julian?
Present. Minutes of previous meeting. 3 sets of.
So moved.
Want to take them all at once, or you want to take all 3, October 7th? December 9th and January 6th, we're going to take them all at one vote.
I make a motion that we take all those, that we made a mistake on the voter present to vote right now.
Take them vote on all one. Do I hear a second on the motion to accept the minutes?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion on the minutes? Hearing no discussion, roll call.
Okay, Commissioner Lozey is absent. Commissioner Ellis?
Same.
Commissioner Lozey?
Yeah.
Yes.
Commissioner Trahan?
Yes. Hey, I think you're up next, Betty.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. The commission recently solicited bids for an estimated 4,500 residential water meters, accessory parts, and reading devices to be purchased as needed over the next 3 years for the commission's water meter replacement program. In response, one bid was received from Thai Sales Incorporated, Sudbury, Mass., offering Neptune meter products at the estimated price of $1,026,055.14. Thai Sales Incorporated is now the exclusive Neptune Technology Group dealer for Massachusetts and the New England areas. Neptune Technology Group has provided residential water meters and accessories for years to the satisfaction of the Commission. Low bid was also reviewed by Treasurer Travis, who is satisfied Thai Sales Incorporated can provide the meter products as specified and recommends award. I therefore recommend that the Commission award a 3-year contract to the responsive bidder, Thai Sales Incorporated, for the purchase of the Neptune water meters, accessories, and reading devices as needed as bid.
Motion to approve.
Second motion.
Motion made, motion seconded. Any discussion on the motion? Any discussion on the motion? Roll call.
Okay, Commissioner Lozey is absent. Commissioner Ellis?
Yes.
Commissioner Lozey?
Yes.
Commissioner Lozey?
Yes.
And Commissioner Trahan?
Yes. You have one more, Betty?
Yes. The Commission recently solicited bids for one new chlorine dioxide generator and a 36-month service agreement for the Lynn Water Treatment Plant. In response, one bid was received at the total amount of $65,000 from International Dioxide Incorporated of Rhode Island. Low bid was also reviewed by the Commission's consulting engineer, Weston and Sampson, who investigated International Dioxide's references, bonds, and found them to be within the cost estimates, meeting the Lynn Water and Sewer Commission's bid specifications for the chlorine generator. Based on their bid review, Weston and Sampson engineers and Superintendent Rick Dorr recommend contract award to International Dioxide. I therefore recommend the Commission award a contract to International Dioxide for the purchase of one new chlorine dioxide generator and 36-month service agreement as bid.
Motion to approve.
Second motion.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call. We don't have to discuss it.
Commissioner Lozey is absent. Commissioner Ellis?
Yes.
Commissioner Lozey?
Yes.
Commissioner Julian?
Yes.
And Commissioner Trahan?
Yes. Now we're on to project updates. Bob, can you?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the plant performed very well in the month of February, meeting all permits, requirements. The flow was just a little over 20 MGD. We had 2.7 inches of rain. The POD and TSS removals were well into the 90s. And we processed 511 tons of sludge. That's my report.
Any questions for Bob? Hearing none. Thank you, Bob. Oh, go ahead, Dan.
Can you check and see what new policies and procedures we have at the plant for dealing with waste products in light of coronavirus information that stays viable within feces, and see what protections are needed?
Okay, I'll look into it.
Star isn't here, so you taking that, Anthony?
Sure. Thank you, Commissioner. Lynn Water Sewer Commission water treatment plant supply is in compliance with all federal and state drinking water regulations. The water supply capacity was 78% on March 4th. The average this time of year is around 80%, so we're on average. 7 of the 10 contract full-time positions at the water treatment plant are currently filled. There are 2 operator positions and 1 mechanic position that remain open. The mechanic position has been vacant since October 18th. The full-time operating positions have been vacant December 2nd and December 18th of last year. Operators Mark Elaine and Brian Farmer have stayed on part-time to fill these positions as needed. Veolia is actively working on filling those positions. They posted them with incentives, but in the field today, finding operators has become difficult via the obtaining the licenses, but they've been working diligently to fill those positions. That's a report.
Any questions for Anthony? Thanks, Anthony. All right, CSO update.
CSO project is moving forward. The first phase we advertised for on March 4th. We plan on opening bids on April Fool's Day, April 1st. And get commission approval on April 13th for the first phase. It's a $15 million estimate. It involves 1.8 miles of drain, about a mile of new water lines, and 3/4 of a mile of new sewer pipes. All up South Street and some of the tributary areas as we've discussed numerous times. There's 23 vendors interested in the project. There's 8 of them who are contractors who appear to be the size to do the work. So that's good news, there's interest out there. And that's the extent of the first phase. In the second and third phase, which involve the pump station and the force main, we have later items where we'll be looking for amendments to Stantec's contracts to proceed with those contracts. And we discuss them next. But right now, the first phase is out to bid. We'll get hopefully bids back and we'll bring it back to you in April. And it looks like we'll start construction by May or June. Maybe April, maybe July, but in that range.
So you just be receiving the bids from the 8?
Well, as of this point, those are the people that took it, so they're rather voluminous document. There's 2 bound documents, probably 2 inches thick, in plan specifications. So in order to bid the job, we get acquainted with the job, understanding that it's full of documents. So there's 24. There's some publications and some, masonry guys and some landscape guys, but there's 8 contractors of significant size that would probably do the job.
Yeah, well, you make a note that Commissioner Calucci showed up
7 minutes late.
present for the meeting.
Did you just move today? Boston's the most congested city in this country. Still need to live.
Okay, any questions for Danny on the CSO? Any questions for Danny?
CSO?
Yeah.
I have a lot of them, but not finished.
Now you save it. Good. All right, so that's all set. Now,
When's our next public meeting? Under the 9 principles of flood controls for CSO projects.
I think we discussed, Bobby, what was your thinking on that?
Going to wait till after the contractor has been hired and then go out with the contractor to the different areas that we're going to be working on.
Just so we have a better knowledge of how many contractors, where they'll be working.
Right.
What the traffic plan looks like, what's the traffic management, where the police details are necessary,
Right. So,
where detours are needed.
yep,
We don't really have those answers.
correct.
Danny, the next 2 things on the agenda, are you gonna take them or,
Yes.
okay, how are we gonna, you wanna just take a vote on them or?
Yes. I want to give you a
You
little
wanna
feedback.
talk on them first?
Sure.
Let us know what's going on or?
Sure, I was waiting for that, thank you. So there's a scope of work in your package, a technical scope of work, 12 pages, relative to all the components of the engineering services during construction. So this is just for the first phase, for the 1.8 miles of drain, the mile of water, and the 3/4 miles of sewer. This will be construction services that Stantec will provide during the course of the construction. So there's 7 pages of narrative relative to the details of the different components of the contract, and we have a spreadsheet relative to the price, the hours, the status of the employee on the job. Altogether, it's $1,383,053. Okay, and that involves mostly labor, $12,550 in expenses, and $135,000 in subcontracting work. Of that, the majority is resident engineering services. There's $696,000 for resident engineering for Stantec, a representative, and also $110,000 for an MBEWB contractor, minority business enterprise or woman business enterprise contractor that provides services on the contract per the SRF application. So you have to have MBEWB people working on the contract in order to secure the SRF money. That's a total of $806,000. So the majority of the 1.3 million is going to be $800,000 for a resident engineer to stand out there in the field for 27 months, I believe, and oversee the project. And then there's other components of the, as you can see from the description of the fee estimate. Some of the other components are actually very similar to a construction bid, where if they do that service, they get paid. For instance, RFIs is request for information. They have so many hours for request for information in the personnel. If they don't have the number of RFIs that's in the specification, which happens to be 20, they estimate 20. If they only have 10, we pay them for 10. If they have 30, we pay them for 30. So while they did their best to estimate 20, that may not be actual, depending on the actual quantity. Same as the CCDs, which is the construction change directives. He estimated an hour for those, not knowing if it's going to be more or less. If it's more, we pay more, less, we pay more. But we believe the 1.3, and Anthony and Ray did a great job. We got this down a little bit. They shaved some numbers off, and we worked with Stantec to do that. Site visits, the same thing, program schedule. So as you go through the items, if they do comply and spend this money on these activities, they get paid. If they don't pay it. But the resident engineer is the big number. He's going to be out there for 27 months. So that's the big nut. So staff recommends that we do authorize $1.383 million to Stantec to provide engineering services during construction, as noted in amendment number 2.
Who's gonna do that part with the community out in the field when they have problems and issues? Is that gonna be a combo in with that person that's gonna be out there, or is it gonna be a separate person?
Well, there's going to be numerous people. There's going to be a project manager, there's going to be a senior project, but the resident engineer is going to be out there full-time for 27 months. In addition to the subcontractor, as I discussed, and another part-time worker from, as well as our gentleman, Bill Russo, will be out there as well.
Remember when we did it before and we had one person that was like that contact person with the neighborhoods and businesses and his people?
Yeah, I think that's going to be the main representative, the resident engineer from Stantec. They had a gentleman picked out, but apparently they shifted him to another job somewhere else, so we lost that guy. But
Okay, so on your scope of services, you're gonna supply that resource?
So he'll be a full-time resource out there that we can put him on the flyers for the contact. I'm sure, for the businesses, we may want to work out something else, but, that's the plan, is for that to be the main point of contact for all things related to this project.
Because that made a big difference for the council whose ward that was being done in last time. When they had breaks, hey, who's gonna fix the sidewalk, parking issues, access issues, those types of things. And so I hope you pick a good person, if you won't, you'll know about it.
That's right.
Okay, so, any other questions? Now, you need to vote for each one of these, Danny?
yes, we have to authorize $1.3 million to go to Stantec.
Oh, I thought we were just gonna, okay, we need a motion.
Motion.
Second.
to award it?
Amendment number 2 is outlined there, whatever you.
Okay. Roll call. This is great.
The amendments,
I know.
Okay, Commissioner Tucci?
yes.
Commissioner Ellis?
Present.
Commissioner Lozey?
Yes.
Commissioner Tucci?
Yes.
And Commissioner
Yes.
All right, amendment number 3 is in your package as well. There's a 14-page of narrative in addition to a spreadsheet relative to the description of the work with the classification of the employee, the number of hours and hourly rate, in addition to expenses and subcontractors. So this amendment number 3, this is for the design CSO consent decree program and design services for phase 2 and 3. Phase 2 and 3 is the force main, which will be installed at the Lynn Tech field to somewhere off Gasworth Road, the outfall. And contract 3 is for the pump station, the 104 or 116 MGD pump station that'll pump that water. So these are the 2 services here to get us from 60% to 100% in those 2 phases. And again, it's outlined in your package. The CSO consent decree program services are the top component. That's $293,000. The design phase 2 is $371,000. The design 3, which again is the pump station, is a significant number at $819,000. How am I doing? So those 3 components will be this amendment, and we're moving forward in accordance with the consent order. And Stantec's done the first phase, so obviously they're doing the next phase. And again, Anthony and Ray negotiated with them, and I sat down and we got some numbers crunched. But this is a little bit different. The amendment number 2 is SRF money, so that's state revolving fund money. This is cash out of our own pocket. Design services we pay ourselves.
So, nothing out there for us, huh, funding?
No. And this total is $1.484,442.
Chairman, I believe the legislator has brought us $160,000 for improving the water for Washington Street.
Oh, that's on that project.
Yeah, that's the vulnerability. That's through the mayor's office in the city, yes. So that's nothing to do with this, but that's nice.
Okay, what's the wish of the board? Motion to approve. Motion to approve. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion on the motion? Any discussion on the motion? Hearing no discussion, roll call.
Commissioner Tucci?
Yes.
Commissioner Ellis?
Present.
Commissioner Lozey?
Yes.
Commissioner Tucci?
Yes.
Commissioner Bond?
Yes. Okay. We're up on the budget now, doesn't he, Dave Travis?
Sure, in your packages, we've provided you with the upcoming fiscal 2021 budget schedule. It's for informational purposes only, we're not looking for any votes tonight. Just want to make sure you can schedule ahead. On May 1st, we'll be issuing a notice of a public hearing that was statutorily required. We need to do that 30 days in advance of the public hearing. And we're scheduling that for June 30th, 2020, here at the commission offices at 6 p.m. During the process, we'll be working with all the department heads, but if in the meantime any of the commissioners want to meet with me, give me a call as the budget progresses. Please do so, and we'll be distributing to you the proposed budget in May, looking for final adoption in June.
Make the motion that we accept this.
We don't need to. Okay, if anybody wants to meet with Dave too, they should call and make an appointment. All right. Next one, outside counsel. Want to do an executive session on that, or?
Need a motion.
Yeah, I would think that's.
Make a motion, we go into executive session. For the
Second on the
purposes.
motion?
Second motion.
For the
Motion made and seconded. Who do we need in there, Dan?
Dave Travis, Bob Tina, Sam, Anthony, Bob Fennell, Ray, everyone.
All right. Six, 6:52 or something. When executive session, no votes will be taken in executive session.
You know Mr. Fennell? Strong article. He's the ace right-hander in the bullpen for the old.
I think I met you when you were first.
Don't jump in.
But you negotiated, I know. I don't think it's got any legislation.
Really,
Okay, it is 7:22, we're back in session, no votes were taken in executive session, so what's the wish of the board?
We have to vote on it tonight, like we table it.
I think we need to vote on it tonight, don't we, Danny?
Yeah, I think we do. Yeah.
So what's the wish of the board?
I make a motion, Mr. Chairman,
Go ahead, make a motion.
that we go with K&P.
I'm gonna second that motion.
Okay, motion made and seconded. Any discussion on the motion? Any discussion on the motion? Call the roll.
Commissioner Calucci?
Yes.
Commissioner Ellis?
No.
Commissioner Lozey?
Yes.
Commissioner Kudian?
Yes.
And Commissioner Trahan?
Yes. Now, that's it, right, Danny?
Yes.
Got nothing else going? What's the wish of the board?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Do I hear a
Second motion.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.